Hi everybody, welcome to this video, and we will discuss measures of central tendency. Now before we dive into the calculations, let's answer one simple question. What do we actually mean by a measure of central tendency? Well, it's just a fancy phrase for finding the middle or the typical value in a group of numbers. The sort of things we do in real life all the time. For example, when we hear someone talk about the average salary, the typical exam mark, or the usual height of a player on a team, they're using a measure of central tendency. Now, there are three main ways to do this: the mode, the median, and the mean. None of them is perfect every time, so your job is to decide which one makes the most sense for the data in front of you. You may use one, two, or all three to complete the picture. The first measure of central tendency is the mode, which simply tells us the most frequent or the most common or the most popular value in a data set. For example, here are the test scores of 10 students. Can you guess the mode? You can quickly see that the number 4 appears more than any other score. So the mode is 4. When the dataset gets bigger, we use a frequency table to count how often each value shows up. What's nice is that the same frequency table later helps us calculate the mean values that we shall discuss in subsequent videos and understand the overall shape of the data as well. So if you've seen previous videos on frequency distribution, you would remember this plot. Mode is easy to see in such a distribution. It is simply the most frequently occurring class, which in this case is the class 4. Remember, mode is not the peak, but the class which peaks. For example, in this case, the mode is represented by the modal class, which is 4. This is the class which has the highest bar. Some students mistakenly put the height of the bar as mode. That's incorrect. This is true regardless of whether the frequency distribution comes from categorical data or continuous data, which has been transformed into categorical data. So if you don't remember that, watch the earlier video on continuous data and the categorical data to refresh the memories. So here's another example. In this case, the continuous data has been turned into categorical data via binning into a histogram. Normally, histograms don't have spaces between the bars, but you can force that separation if you so desire using Microsoft Excel or any other software that you use to draw the charts, as is the case here. It's easy to spot the mode or the modal class here. It is the class that represents the children of height between 129.6 and 134.4. It's clearly the tallest bar. Note it is possible that there might be more than one mode or modal class. For example, in this case on your screen. If there are two modes or modal classes, we say that the distribution is bimodal, or that there are two modal classes. The modal classes in this case are good and weak. So if there are more than two modes or modal classes, we say that the distribution is multimodal. So I hope that's easy to understand. You can pause and verify these concepts yourself. So this concludes the discussion of mode. See you in the next video.